I think. I'm looking for Mrs. Lecce. Have you seen her? I was supposed to meet her in her room here in second grade and help her with the class, but she's not here. So, hi, I'm Mrs. Clapp, kind of like clap your hands, and I'm a friend of Mrs. Lecce's, and well, I'm not from this time period because I don't dress like you folks, but I do know Almanzo and Royal, and they're friends of mine, and so she thought I could help you with your lesson today because we're talking about compound subjects, and I used to teach school in a one-room schoolhouse, and it looked kind of like yours here, except we didn't have as many windows. Wow, you have a lot of windows. So I thought I would start until Mrs. Lecce gets here and kind of do class together. Wouldn't that be fun? I have a picture, and this is a picture of something that we didn't have very many of back when I was around, but this is a bicycle for one person, and I've never seen anything like this. It's a bicycle for two people. And what we're gonna do today is kind of like a bicycle for two people, but that's crazy. You can put two people on one bicycle, they'll go the same direction, and there's a bar in the middle that keeps them from going off and crashing into the curb. I think that's a spelling word for you guys this week, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. Anyway, we're going to talk about compound subjects today, and that is when you want to say more than one thing is that the sentence is about. Like, for instance, oh my goodness, you have such interesting things to write with. Oh, it's not at all like chalk. All right, I think I write up here. This isn't a wall, right? I'm not going to get in trouble for painting on the wall. Let's try it. If I were to want to talk about my friends, Royal and Almanzo, I could write a sentence about them and put them both in the same sentence, like this. Almanzo and Royal work hard. Now, I have a really neat sentence about my friends Royal and Almanzo, but they're both in the same sentence. We call that a compound sentence, when you have two people that the sentence is about, or two things that the sentence is about. If we were to read this sentence, you would be able to tell me that, well, who is this sentence about? Well, it's about Royal, and it's about Almanzo, and that's two people. What is the fancy little word you see in between their names? This is a conjunction. Say that, conjunction. You should have already watched or listened to, in the files section, whatever that is, Mrs. Lecce said to tell you that there were some songs there you could learn about conjunctions. So wherever that is, find that and listen to those today. But and is a conjunction. A conjunction is like sticky glue, and it sticks things together in a sentence. And so we are sticking together our two subjects, Royal and Almanzo and Royal, and they are the subject of our sentence. And what is being said about Royal and Almanzo is that they work. Let's show you what happens when we analyze things with conjunctions. They're the sticky glue, and so the sticky glue comes first. Let me show you. We get to put wings on them. Almanzo and Royal work hard. Is there a conjunction in this sentence? Any sticky glue? Yes! When there's sticky glue, you get to say, flap your wings. And so we're going to put wings to point to, give wings to our conjunction. And it sticks the two words beside it to it. So we have, that is our conjunction. And then we start over with our regular analysis. Almanzo and Royal work hard. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal, elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Almanzo and Royal work hard. Nope. So we start again. Almanzo and Royal work hard. This is a sentence, and it is declarative. This sentence is about, you told me earlier, Almanzo and Royal. We don't mark this again because we already have. This sentence tells us that Almanzo and Royal work. So work is our predicate. It is our predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Work how? Hard. So hard is our adverb because it modifies the verb. And there you have it. Some sticky glue called a conjunction. Say that again. Conjunction. Say it again. Conjunction. It acts like glue, and you put little sticky wings on it to stick it to the words that it is hanging out together with. That's pretty exciting and good for you. However, there's another conjunction that we use a lot. You should know about that one too. Let's see. Let's write in a different color because we can. Let's just see if we were to talk about the bear. You know, we have to deal with those a lot on the prairie. The bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. We don't know which one. The bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. Well, we still have two things we're talking about before our verb. What are our two nouns that we're talking about that the sentence is about? It's about the bear and the wolf. But we're not talking about both of them sticking together. We're talking about either the bear or the wolf, only one of them. But it does connect the two of them together. The bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. We're still going to be deciding upon which one of those ate the rabbits, but we have this different conjunction called or. So we would start our sentence and we would say, the bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. Are there any conjunctions in this sentence? Yes, or. Let's get out our wings. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? No. So we start again. The bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about bear. So bear is the subject. This sentence is also about wolf. So bear and wolf are our subjects. This sentence tells us that bear or wolf ate. So ate is the predicate. Ate is a predicate verb because it shows action. There are no linking verbs because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Ate what? Rabbits. So rabbits is the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. Which rabbits? The rabbits. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which wolf? The wolf. Adjective because it modifies the noun. Which bear? The bear. Adjective because it modifies the noun. We have analyzed this sentence. Now I'm going to throw you a prairie punch because in the prairie things change and you have to be able to change with them. One of the things that changes is sometimes your conjunction will change. I could say Almanzo and Royal work hard, but what if only one of them works hard? Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you're doing a job with your sibling and you're working really hard and they're sloughing off and sitting on the couch. Well, that is not unusual for Almanzo and Royal. Almanzo and Royal work hard, but what if I change this conjunction and I make it or? They both work hard, or Almanzo or Royal work hard. Does it still fit? If we just put one of them, would we say Royal work hard? No, because now we're only choosing one of them. So now our verb has to change. We're saying one of these guys works hard. Royal works hard. Or cut out the other one. Almanzo works hard. So your verb is connected to your conjunction. Your verb might change if your conjunction changes. Look at this one. The bear or the wolf ate the rabbits. Okay, so pick one. The wolf ate the rabbits. Does that work? Yep, only one ate the rabbits. If I change this conjunction to and, does it still work? The bear and the wolf, they both ate the rabbits. Yes, we didn't have to change our verb, but you have to be a prairie detective to look for whether it's going to change your verb or not. If you have and, then you can exchange the subject for the word they. I'm going to write that on the board so that you remember. If you have the conjunction and, you can replace your whole subject with the word they. Mrs. Clapp and Mr. Clapp, they go to the store. They go. Does that work? They go. What if I have or? You will change it just to he or she or it. If I say Mr. Clapp or Al Manzo go to the store, would that be right? No. Because you would just say he, and you wouldn't say he go to the store. You'd have to say he goes to the store. When you have or, I want you to cover up one of the subjects so you can make sure your verb matches in number, all right? We're going to do that, a little practice of that here for just a moment. Are you ready? I want you to turn in your workbook, please, to page 126, I think. Let me get there. 128, please. 128. Take out your pencil. Let's do this one together. Theo and Winston. You know, I hear tales about this Winston character that is so famous in second grade where you go to school. I don't think I ever had any Winstons in my class. Anyway, Theo and Winston blank to the park. Okay. Well, let's just say that we're going to use the word run. I want you to pick whether you're going to put run or runs in the blank. Theo and Winston, that means they both run or runs to the park. Which would you put? Okay, write it in there. Theo and, so we can say they, because we have and. Theo and Winston should be run. Please put that in. All right, look at number 2. Peggy and you. Notice we have and, so what can we replace it with? Peggy and you, blank, bringing the water bottles. Ooh, that's a weird one. You're going to have to pick a helping verb. I'll give you some choices so you can see what we're doing here. Peggy and you, blank bringing. We're going to either use am bringing, are bringing, or is bringing. Peggy and you, that means we can use they for both of them. They am bringing, are bringing, or is bringing. Write which one you think it is. I'm not going to tell you. All right, let's look at number 3. We have Heidi and I. Oh, here's an important thing to notice. Always put the other people first. If you're going to be in a sentence, Mr. Clapp and I go to church every Sunday. Well, I would never say I and Mr. Clapp go to church. I would never put myself first. That's the same when you write it down. Always be like Christ and let the other person go first. And so you say, Heidi and I, blank, soccer equipment. Oops, the soccer equipment. Heidi and I. You're either going to put have or has. Heidi and I have the soccer equipment, or Heidi and I has the soccer equipment. You have and, which means you need to be thinking that the whole subject sounds like they, or we. Actually, you can put we. We have the soccer equipment, or we has the soccer equipment. You write which one in the blank that you think it is. And our last very fun one, we'll do in pink. Uncle Ulysses and the boys. Notice we have and, so we can replace the whole subject with what word? They. Just to make sure we're checking for our verb correctly. Uncle Ulysses and the boys, blank coming to the game too. Blank coming. I'm going to put am, is, or are. Which one of those three are you going to put in the blank? To the game. Uncle Ulysses and the boys, so they am coming to the game. Uncle Ulysses and the boys, they is coming to the game, or they are coming to the game. Which one do you think? Ooh, you're so good at this. I'm so excited. Let's take a look at number one on analysis. I want you to try this just for number one because I'm so impressed. I'm just shocked that Mrs. Lecce isn't here yet. I think she must be out eating donuts with Mr. Lawrence. Oh, I have met Mr. Lawrence, and he does love my homemade chocolate chip cookies. Oh, so does Mrs. Lawrence. She's quite the cook as well. Let's take a look at number one on page 129. You and I can surprise the cousins with water balloons. You and I can surprise the cousins. I'm trying to write quickly so that you don't get your time wasted. Do surprise the cousins with water balloons. You know, I love water balloons. I'm quite a good shot, but not as good as Mr. Claps. He is better at it than I. All right, you and I can surprise the cousins with water balloons. Are there any conjunctions, that sticky glue, in this sentence? Yes, there are. Get out your wings. Put your wings on your conjunction and point to it. That connects these two words. Excellent. Order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal, elements, and modifiers. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? When I can surprise the cousins with water balloons is a prepositional phrase. With is your preposition. With what? Balloons, object of the preposition. What kind of balloons? Water balloons. Adjective, because it modifies the noun. It's the best kind of balloon. Begin again. You and I can surprise the cousins with water balloons. This is a sentence, and it is declarative. This sentence is about you and I. So you and I are the compound subject. Compound subject. Say that. Compound subject. This sentence tells us that you and I can surprise. So can surprise is our predicate. Surprise is our predicate verb because it shows action. Can is the helping verb because it helps the verb. Can surprise what? Cousins. So cousin, we should say whom. The cousins are not a what, the cousins are a whom. We should surprise the cousins. And so cousins is the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. The tells us which cousins, so it is an adjective modifying the noun. Are there any words we have not modified? Yes. With water balloons is an adverbial element that modifies the verb. Surprised how with water balloons. It is a prepositional phrase. Wow. You know some conjunctions. Please look at number 2 on page 129. Find the conjunction. It's not the word and, it's the other conjunction. See if you can find it. Did Uncle Ulysses or Theo put the balloons in the crate? What's the conjunction? If you find it, I want you to put wings around it. Do you know what the word is? Check with me. It should be this word right here. Well, it has been delightful having class with you, and I hope to come back again. I'm looking for Mrs. Lecce. Maybe I should go to Mrs. Niss's office and see if she's maybe in there. Well, it's been a pleasure. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.